Hey, we're shooting a quick video today showing the different types of caulking that we use in our trade and where they go, what their application is. We're going to start out with this guy right here. This is a brand we use a lot, Mulco. This is a good exterior caulking. There's other brands too, but it's a thermoplastic sealant. We generally like to get a polyurethane or thermoplastic sealant for doing our exterior caulking. I'll show you how we cut the tips on these. Depending on the size of the bead you're trying to do, but this is generally where we'll cut it. Right about here. And then you just take your knife and clean off that little tip. You want to have it angled like this, but without a real point here. Otherwise that point tends to wreck your bead of caulking. So this caulking, will color match it to whatever material it's going on. Applies nice and easy. Some of these exterior caulkings you can tool, some of them you don't. But this is already tooled, this caulking, so you just lay yourself a nice bead and that's the finish right there. Nice product for doing exteriors. This is a non-skinning butyl-based caulking. We use this typically when we're sealing flashings and when it's not going to be exposed. So you only want to use a butyl caulking or essentially any non-skinning caulking. Most of them are butyl-based when you're not going to be exposed to the elements. So you never want to have this caulking where it's going to be exposed. It's a really good caulking, really good longevity, as long as it's not exposed to the elements. So where we typically use this, you don't tool it, you don't finish it, you just apply yourself a good thick bead. So you're sealing in between two trims here. And you want to water seal. That will get covered by your next trim like this. And you don't really, that's where that application for this stuff is. It's the seal either for air or typically water, and then that's it. When you pull this apart 20 years later, it'll be just like that. It'll still be all stringy and sticky. It moves very well with the material that it's placed in between. If you leave it exposed to the elements, within a year it'll crack and you'll have water coming in. So not the caulking to use on the exterior. This is the same stuff. This is a pure butyl synthetic rubber caulking. Same thing, same application as the Tremco product. This is the Mulco brand again. Same thing, good for sealing in between flashings. You're sealing insulated panels to a wall, anywhere where it's not going to be exposed to the elements and you want to seal. The next one we've got, this is specifically for sealing blue skin products. Although you could probably use it on another brand like Suprema as well. So if you ever have a hole in your blue skin, or you need to do a lap that is going the wrong way and would allow water to come in, you can seal the joint with this. So it's almost like this stuff is like a bit of a tar. And it bonds right in to the, look at that. It bonds right into the blue skin and makes a good seal. You don't use that a ton. If you lap your blue skin properly, you really don't need a lot of it. Your basic silicone, we don't use this a lot. It does have its applications. Occasionally we'll use it. You can get them really nice and clear, and we'll use it to seal maybe, in between trims or on an interior room. We might use something like this to seal joints. This next one here, this you can buy pretty much at any Home Depot. It's a little more expensive than some caulking. It's a Lepage Quad Max. And this is a really nice sealant. It's an exterior sealant, just like the Mulco. And it's basically the same thing, but where this is nice is you can apply the sealant to wet surfaces. So I like to buy this stuff and use it wherever doing repair work. You have a leak that needs to be fixed, anything like that, and you don't want to wait for the surface to be totally wet. I've done ease trough with this before, where we've had standing water inside, and it applies and seals perfectly. It's really impressive. So that's typically what we use this stuff for. Lays out a nice bead. You can tool this stuff if you need to. And there we are. And I should mention that you can also, these sealants that are good for the exterior, this stuff here, and the Mulco, you can also use these in this application here, in between trims. Typically, we would use this mostly on exteriors, and we would use this on a hidden application because there's quite a cost difference, but this will perform well in this application as well. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.